Hey, what up, though? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? It's your man, your friend, and family member, Brandon Lee here. It is 9:01, so you know what time it is. It's time for some intel on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. So let's get into it. So we kick off the episode from the last episode where Melody pulled up to Keke and Armin at the storage facility. And so Melody says, you know, you are clean, you are on your game, and let's shut them down. And so basically what ended up happening was that, you know, Melody wanted Keke to take a drug test. And so Armin said, you don't have to prove to anyone that you're clean, because he believes rather that she is doing the work, and Armin knows her inside out better than anybody on that cast, including Melody, probably. And I say that very respective to Melody and Keke's friendship. So Keke then wanted Marceau to take a lie detector test. And it's just like Armin just said, well, first of all, there is no way that he's going to take a lie detector test. And honestly, I agree. Like, he even said on the Instagram Live, like, guys, if I'm a cheater, would I reveal it out loud? So I just take that as, you know, he's not going to admit to being a liar. You know what I mean? So Keke goes into the restroom at the storage facility and she takes the test. So Armin is asking, like, what's the results? And so Melody said, I'm not touching your piss cup. And so she peeled off the label and started reading the results. Negative. And Melody was trying to pronounce and say what all the different things were that could be tested for positive. And it was like 14 different things. So then, you know, after the results are positive, you know, Melody says just move on from the barbecue. And so then Melody talked about, you know, her and Tiffany talking, that Tiffany said to Melody, you know, how are they going to be able to get their son to that school when they don't live over there and things like that. And Keke is saying that Tiffany is doing shady things, and over here we don't do shady things. And, you know, I gotta agree with that, because honestly, to me, what I really don't get about Tiffany is that you are so overwhelmed with Ace and you're not feeling like yourself, because you got, you know, you got the kids, and then you got Ace, and then you got you, and, you know, then you don't have enough quality time with Big Lou. So you got all these different issues that are overwhelming you, but yet you have time to speak on other people's mess. Really? Just really. So, and like I said, I think coming up sooner rather than later, I think that Big Lou and Tiffany are going to have a bigger conversation about where their lives are and where they want to go. Because you got to think about this. Like, Big Lou is a real brother's brother. That he doesn't have time for mess. He doesn't have time for games. He does not have the space for BS. And I think Tiffany likes the fame from the show, but she doesn't like the responsibility of investing into the show, right? Because, oh Lord, oh, there's so much I want to tell y'all, but I can't do it. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, football, for example, now speaking about Keke, down south, Friday night football is basically like a religion. All the high schools come together, the rivalries, the parents, the coaches, you know, and not to mention you get to see the progress of, you know, people rising up over 4 years. And, there is a bit of fame and celebrity and, social capital that you gain from that. And one of the things that you have to do in the world of sports is you have to be able to make investments in order to rise up. And there's a thing called scouting where, the bigger the school, the bigger opportunity the scout will come to see you play. Sometimes scouts are very untraditional. You know what I mean? And they do go to smaller schools, but they go to the bigger schools because those get the most, not just publicity, but that's where the most active engagement is, right? So, for example, for the Dallas Cowboys, for example, they go to Texas A&M, they go to University of Texas, they pull from the colleges and the high schools within the area, right? But some of them do go outside. I think prime time Deion Sanders went to different schools to get different people. You know what I mean? So that is not uncommon. I think the thing that really made me upset was, first of all, why are you worried about somebody else's business with their child? Like, it seems like whatever you do, Tiffany, it seems like whatever you do, Tiffany, is never anything to contribute to something that could be a point. It seems like you add detracting energy that's not productive to me. And listen, I could be completely wrong, and I feel for you with being overwhelmed, because let me tell you, since 2020, the world mentally has been heavy. But that doesn't give you the right to be mean to Keke for no reason. And you already know you're a mama bear. You go after somebody's kid, it's game over for you. So I don't get why you are so upset when Keke has something to say. You are poking and prodding and pushing, where, guess what? Keke has the right to say what's on her mind. Absolutely. And when it comes to the drug test, first of all, I've never been through that, but I do pray for Keke and everybody who is going through that, because here's the thing. We all have a coping mechanism, right? We all have an addiction to something. Some of us have an addiction to having a lot of animals in the house. Some of us, are on drugs. Some of us, do sex. Some of us travel. Some of us shop. We all have something. So for Tisha and Marceau to be so asinine, classless, and just out the way disrespectful of a struggle shows me that they never struggled through anything. They feel like they are holier than thou, that they can be on this high horse and be on top of the hill, telling everybody what to do. Meanwhile, as you're on top of the hill, down below is a lawsuit waiting for you for $5.6 million allegedly. So don't throw glass stones at other people's houses when your house is just as broken, just as smashed, and just as in tatters as the dark souls that you are. Y'all did say that, right? Y'all did say that somebody has a dark soul. Well, it's always funny when it loops back around. Life is like a boomerang. The energy that you throw out, you will get back. And I just feel like Tisha and Marceau don't care about anybody except themselves. I really mean that. Like, if you're not on their side, you're an enemy to them. You're an enemy. You're a complete, absolute enemy. And by the way, shout out to Armin for being that brother that will come through. Because honestly, if Marceau got handled, I think he would shut up a lot more. And the fact that Tisha said that she doesn't need to check Marceau after what happened to making Stormy cry. Like, dude, you only said sorry because you didn't want to look bad, bruh. Just say you don't care about anybody, because at least we can move on with that. But don't keep playing in our face like we don't have emotional intelligence, because you're wasting everybody's time. And honestly, if you have nothing to hide, I would say take a lie detector test. Really, I mean, I think there was I think it was Cliff, if I'm not mistaken, from Bell Collective. Y'all let me know in the chat, but I think Cliff took a paternity test during the Bell Collective reunion. So guess what? If you want your name cleared, clear your name. But if you don't want your name cleared, then you gotta take the oncoming criticism that is coming to you. You're able to talk about everybody else. Everybody should be able to talk about you. And like I said, if you don't want the criticism, take yourself off of TV. But don't complain about what you're getting. So that is my opinion of this. A shout out to Keke and the 2 interviews with Anthony Lofties and Tea Talk with Your Girl. Both good interviews. I did not see Anthony's, but I heard good things about it. Of course, Tea Talk with Your Girl did a legendary job. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Pit Stop. Bye, yeah, 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 bye, yeah, 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 yeah. Bye, everybody.